Kristin, about almost getting into a fist fight at a bar this morning.
Okay, I want to clarify, while your tease was lovely, it was slightly inaccurate. But it is not an exaggeration where I really thought I was going to be in my first ever physical altercation. Like, I was starting to panic. And what happened was...
I'm at the edge of my seat.
Right?
I mean, it was... I still get nervous thinking about it. All right, so what had happened was...
And again, you're gone for the weekend for a friend's birthday, right?
Correct.
Okay.
My girlfriend Amanda, for her birthday, every year we go down to Florida, somewhere there on the coast. So whether it's Fort Lauderdale, Boca, West Palm, we got a friend that lives down there. Every single November, we go down there for a weekend for her birthday. And we live it up. So we go down to Hollywood, Florida at this beach resort, the Diplomat, which is a nice resort. And we never even stepped foot off the resort the entire time we were there. We're moms. We're tired. We're not going clubbing. Like the first night we were there, Friday night, we came back to the room and I'm looking at her and she's looking at me. And they have like 4 restaurants there that you can go to. And I'm like, okay, where do you want to go to dinner? She's looking at me. I go, you want to order pizza? And she's like, yes.
Now, was this after you guys got all dressed up and made up to go out? Okay, so you made the decision beforehand.
Yeah,
okay.
We were still in our suits from like being at the beach that Friday. And so we're just in the room and we had started a little bit of day drinking.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah. So she fell asleep before the pizza even got there. And I got the pizza. So the Friday night was chill. Saturday.
Now, is she in the same place of life that you are, also kids?
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing.
The whole thing, yes, yeah. And she's got more kids than me. And so she needed this just to kind of like, you know, it's to rejuvenate.
Yeah.
But this Saturday, I don't know what happened. So we're day drinking Saturday. And I'm like, this time, no, we're gonna go to one of the restaurants. Now, for the first time ever, I didn't pre-plan anything.
Wait a second. You're saying you were putting your foot down on Saturday and saying, you know what?
Yeah.
I am putting my foot down. We are going to one of those restaurants that's attached to the hotel.
Correct.
Okay.
We're going all out here.
We are going to the lobby.
Yes.
And going to one of these restaurants tonight. Not even going out.
Correct. That is where that's the standard that we're setting here. And there's this one steak restaurant that is really, really nice and no reservations, right? So we go down there looking cute and I go up to the hostess and I'm like, hey, I know you don't have any reservations available, but if you have any cancellations, whatever. And she's looking and like they're completely booked, but the bar is wide open. And I'm like, because it's 6. It was 6, but whatever.
Well, in Florida, 6 o'clock, because the old folks usually come out early in Florida.
Yeah,
you got a lot of blue hairs down there.
So it was 6. And so I'm like, we're just going to belly up to the bar. And that's exactly what we do. So Amanda and I belly up to the bar. We get a cocktail. She goes, get a drink, and we'll see if anything opens up. And then if not, you can just have dinner at the bar. So we get a cocktail. We're hanging out at the bar, having a good time. And then we end up just staying. And our bartender, Daisy, was incredible. She was awesome. And we're sitting there, we're making friends because that's what you do. So got to meet Brad sitting to my left. He's a college professor in Pittsburgh. He could not have been any nicer. Met a woman from Canton and, chatted with her for a little bit. There's another girl, Sophia, we talked to. But there was this one couple. First, it was the guy that sat down next to Amanda. So it's me, Amanda, and him at the bar. And we started striking up a conversation with him. And young, good-looking dude, right? But like young 20s. And man, this trip just made me feel so old. But regardless, I can be his mother. And we were talking to him, and he just had like this really good vibe about him. And he was accomplished. He had a very interesting backstory. And he just had he had a good energy to him. And his girlfriend showed up, right? And of course, petite, blonde, stunning, whatever. And it was very apparent as soon as she arrived, the energy shifted. Because she's one of those that seemed insecure and immediately marked her territory.
You could tell she's giving you sort of that look. It's a feel more than anything else.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
And Amanda and I both picked up on it. And we're like, listen, girl, like that's not even remotely what we are interested in tonight. So she shows up and she's all like, blah, 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 you know, like kissing him and stuff like that.
Sexy.
She's marking her territory.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was, that's exactly like, you know, I picked up on. Which is fine, you know, whatever. And she's like in her mid-20s, he's in his early 20s. And so we're all just like hanging out and we're getting drunk. And then, you know, it's Amanda's birthday. So her cupcake comes out and then he starts getting us shots. So now I'm taking shots.
Okay.
And I don't even know who I am at this point in time. I mean, KK's lit. And I am drunk.
And now it's getting late. It's like 7:05.
Shut up. It was 10. It was 10.
They about to close.
We were there. We were there so long.
Okay,
That's how
right.
much we drank. We sat at that bar for the entire time. So we're taking shots now. And his girlfriend gets up to leave. And she leaves and she's like, she actually came over and said bye. Like we had a really good like rapport with everybody. We had just like, the whole bar had just become like BFF, right? She leaves and he starts talking to us about their relationship. And I didn't realize this then. It wasn't until the next morning in my hungover phase when I'm asking my friend Amanda, why? Why did I do that? Why was I acting that way? And she goes, that's the mama in you. Like you were trying to save him. And I'm like, oh my God. I just have this whole different, I saw this young man with his future ahead of him. And I'm like, you can do so much better.
You didn't actually say that.
yes. Oh,
Did you actually say that?
No way. No, you didn't say that out loud.
So drunk.
Oh.
So Amanda and I are telling this kid, and I'm going to call him a kid because he's a kid. And he has so much to offer. Like in the 4 hours we sat at the bar, he's got so much to offer. So I had taken an espresso shot, right? Because I wanted to like, you know how you hit that gear and you're like, oh no, now I'm in it to win it.
Yeah.
So in order to maintain stamina, I took an espresso shot. And man, I'm at the bar and I'm like, like I got the jitters and I'm drunk. So that espresso shot goes right through me. I go to the bathroom. And I come out, and he's sitting there at the bar because she had already left to go up to the room. And so I sat down next to him, and I'm like, all right, listen. I turned into like Oprah, Dr. Phil, whatever. And I was
Is he
drunk.
taking it in at
Yes,
this point? Okay.
he was all like, from what I remember, he wanted the advice.
Okay.
Like he was genuinely wanting to hear, because he had some critiques of the relationship and some critiques of her, right? And I'm like, you're young, you have your whole life ahead of you. Like,
Leave that trash.
then all of a sudden she appears over our shoulder.
And she's been listening?
I don't know how long she was there.
Oh, it's like a movie.
But I'm not even. So she comes in and she's wearing her pajamas. So we are in this fancy restaurant. And she comes in and she's wearing like a long sleeve t-shirt and shorts and comes in and she's like, why aren't you answering your text?
Ooh.
Why aren't you answering your text? What are you doing? What are you even doing? I'm in bed. I'm upstairs and I'm in bed. And now I'm sitting there next to him. And I just grabbed my wine and just put it to my face. I did not make eye contact with her. I did not make eye contact with her. And he's just sitting there, poor thing. He's just taking it.
Yep.
Like, he's just taking it. Like, she was talking sternly, and then she left. And he looks at me, and he's like, I am so sorry. And I'm like, you don't need to apologize. You should probably go and take care of that. Oh, no, we're not done.
Oh, there's more.
She came back in.
Oh.
This time she came back into the, and now she's at the door of the restaurant screaming, right? I mean, yelling. And at this moment, I'm like, I'm going to get my ass beat. Like, I am just trying to like, I'm like literally trying to mother this kid, this 20-year-old I don't even know, and trying to tell him to like, and she's going to come up, she's going to beat my ass. And my friend Amanda's down there. Amanda's looking at me and I'm looking at her and I'm like, you got my back, right?
Yeah, when she came back the second time, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, so she, and then she walks in and she's like screaming at him, leave! What are you doing? I want you to leave right now. Like, I mean, screaming.
Wow.
I wanted to crawl underneath the bar. I did not know what to do. I was not about to intervene. I had intervened enough. But then I'm sitting there and I'm like, see, I told you.
That's what I was talking about.
So thank God she leaves, he leaves. And so that was the talk of the bar for the rest of the night.
Oh, no
So
doubt.
me, Brad, Daisy, we're all sitting there. And so the next morning, I'm talking to my friend Amanda, and I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, what was I doing? And we talk about like the whole mothering thing or whatever. I kid you not. This resort was huge. Multiple pools, multiple decks, multiple restaurants. We saw that couple 3 times the next day.
Of course.
She give you the hairy eyeball every time?
Oh my God. She was there at the buffet at breakfast. She was there at the pool. And I'm just like, I can't get away from them. Like, WTF. So note to self, I am never doing that again.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched, you can get more of The Bert Show on your favorite podcast platform. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can find us. I don't know what any of these buttons do, by the way.